Welcome to another episode of Savagetimetv. Today I got special guest D Kirk with me today. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Feeling good. Yeah. Thank you for being here, man. I know
Thank
last
y'all.
time it was a little technical difficulties, but everything's cool now. We good. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
sure.
for you to be here to bless the platform. For the people that don't know, let's get right into it. Where you from?
I'm from Philly. Born near the airport out in the southwest area of Philly.
Okay.
So it's kind of like near West Philly, southwest.
Okay. Like we were saying before, it's not north. I don't got no problems with north. It's just it sucks driving all the way over there. It's like an extra 20-minute ride, and y'all streets are terrible. Hella potholes.
It's
Hella
bad,
potholes out
it's
there.
bad sometimes out there.
So you live next to the airport. I fuck with that. The airport's nice and close.
Sure.
How was it coming up out there?
I mean, it had its struggles sometimes, but I mean, like any neighborhood hood environment, I mean, you know the good from bad, that type of environment. So I would say it definitely taught me to be the way I am, from being where I'm from. So
Okay.
for sure.
And when did you first start to take interest in music?
I always loved music as a general. That was from just my family, people being DJs in my family, and in that nature. So it was a kind of a no-brainer to do music at first. First, it was more for like a hobby. I was in college, and that was kind of like the thing, just do different outlets, find different things you want to do.
Express yourself.
Yeah, that's like the perfect place to really like find what you want to do. And I know a lot of people was artists and like musicians, or they just messed around. We did freestyles or just.
Where'd you go to college at?
I went to college in Kutztown University.
Okay, where's that at?
That's out in Lehigh Valley.
Oh, okay,
area,
okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
So I know a lot of different artists that I was around that already was in the college scene doing music or from Philly. And I just was like, you know what? Let me try to see what it's about. And then I would do, start going in more into music. I would say probably like 20. I really started like trying to do it. And then now, 23, that's when I did professionally. Now it's like to a professional point where it's like,
So you're 23.
I'm 26 now.
Oh, you're 26
that's when
now.
I started.
Okay.
Like really like, all right, I think I can actually do this.
Okay.
Right,
Okay. And what made you take it serious? What made you go all in?
Just the reaction from people. Like at first, like I was like, I'm at parties or like we at my boy's place or different places like that. But everybody was saying like, you're really good at this. You could probably actually do something with it. And at first, people telling you that, but you like,
Yeah, you be like, y'all just gassing me.
you know what I mean? Like people always going, when you in the moment, they gonna hype you up. But then when it was just like, I came out with a record called Birthday, which was on my last album, Oceans. And like a lot of people, this is like one of my first mixed records that I had, like really like down the studio professional. Like a lot of people start sharing it, liking it, and they got shared on a couple blogs. And I was like, got a little traction. So I'm like, maybe I could.
I'm doing something right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So then I just start doing it, working with different people, and just networking. And, now we're here.
Okay. And were there any doubts? Did you ever doubt yourself? Reasons why you might have hesitated?
Obviously, being an artist, you always doubt just because you don't know how it's going to turn out per se. Like, you got a fan base and stuff like that, but keeping that, same energy on every song, keeping the time to put in each record and stuff like that. Sometime after a while, you like,
You're like, damn, I don't feel like doing it.
Or like just keeping it original to yourself, because sometimes you start doing music and you like, this ain't even, you want to make sure everything is how you want it to be yourself. Like, I like to make my music capture who I am as a person versus like, people sound from Philly, but my music is R&B, more like dancehall rap. It's like a combo of that, But I still know freestyle and all that, but it's like I try to make my own sound away.
Stay true to yourself.
Stay true to myself,
Yeah, that's definitely out here, especially now. You hear a new sound come out, everybody will make a song that kind of sounds like whatever's hot. Because everybody's trying to stay relevant.
Ride the wave a little bit.
Yeah, get some clicks, get some views, but it definitely takes more effort to stay true to yourself, as you're saying, and to trust in yourself. Can you talk to me about your Caribbean roots and how they influence you?
Well, a lot of my dad's side is from the islands, and for them, a lot of them like.
When you say the islands, what do you mean for the people that?
I like Montego Bay.
Okay.
In that area.
Okay.
Then my dad's from Florida.
That's Jamaica,
too.
right?
Yeah, that's around the island roots. Then like Florida, a lot of them is from Florida around that area. So it's a lot of like island vibes and like, just being around that kind of environment. Always hearing that kind of music. My godfather is Jamaican too. So it's like being around them kind of helped me, I kind of got a sense of how their music sound. And then I was like, oh, I like how they sound, Then it kind of grew on me. And I was like, all right, maybe I should add some of these kind of essence to my music, you know.
Yeah, you were talking about the DJs, and I was like, I know in Caribbean culture, that's a big thing, you know, when you the DJ culture out there. So I definitely see how you made that connection. You say you sing and you rap, but if you had to, what would you say you enjoy more, singing or the rapping part?
I would say singing, honestly, just because like it gives you a chance to like test your range out, see where you want to go at. It gives you more of a challenge. I feel like when you rap, it's kind of like it's more words, playing with words, but like singing is kind of like you using the words and trying to keep your range right, your vocals right. You know, it's like a more of a challenge, I think, for me.
Okay, you enjoy that challenge. Okay, let's get into one of your records, My Type. Can you tell me about the influences that brought that song to be and how it came about?
Well, My Type, pretty much the record is produced by Benji Yang.
Okay,
he's a like very known producer on YouTube, and a lot of people done like, you know, he done did a lot of sample records with like Tory Lanez and like different people of that nature. So I heard his beats, and he always do like really good sample kind of beats. And me, I'm really into samples, so it's like anytime I hear a sample, it's like me being a '90s baby, it's like '90s R&B. I love '90s R&B, rap. Just like that's like the essence of where like I think a lot of people create from that, and they, you know, build off their own music. You hear samples in everybody's music, you know, rappers, singers, like
you can't beat a good sample, man. You can't.
Even like a Kanye, you know, that's just people that always sample music, so it's good.
Okay. And how does it feel for the track to still be getting traction and support, even though it came out maybe a couple years ago? Even now, it's still getting, you know, recognition.
It feels good, you know, like when the song keep being successful, that's always like good that people still like valuing the music. Because sometimes a lot of people make music for like a certain season, or like it had the ability to stay relevant. So that's always like a big factor, like keep everybody vibing with it, you know, for that time. You know?
It shows that, you know, and it also shows it's a really good record because, as you know, most of the time, you know, some records, they either fall off, but for yours to keep growing as it gets older. I know we was talking about Drake before. They said that with a lot of Drake songs. They might not sound too good when they first come out, but you go back 2 or 3 years later, it's a classic. So that's pretty dope.
Definitely.
You have a big international fan base. Was that a goal for you? Or is that something that you aim for, is to be known like internationally more than just maybe just in America?
I would say at first it wasn't really a goal. More so I was worried about like, you know, the States or people like just genuinely liking it first. But then as I like started making more like island kind of dancehall records, then I noticed like a lot of people was coming on my page or just like following me from different areas. And I'm like, wow, people was liking it, like they from Africa or they from, you know, Haiti or just like different places. Was like, yo, your sound is different. Like they was like, you know, giving me a little confidence. I'm like, maybe I should start pitching more of my songs to like more of a bigger platform.
The world's big, man.
Then you realize like who really who likes, you know, certain things. You never even know who would like certain stuff, you know, if you branch out.
Word. And what would you think? What would you like to rather have? Would you rather be able to go on a tour maybe in the States or do like an international tour at this point, if you had the choice?
I would definitely say overseas though. I feel like that's just like, to say you've been overseas and like met like new people, I feel like that's just like a big accomplishment to say like, and to actually be good. That's like, you know, pretty major. I mean, the States would be major too, but I feel like that would surprise a lot of people. Like, yeah, you want to, you know, just give you more fans. You know?
Okay. And is there like a dream country you would like to perform in if you could choose?
If I had a dream country, I actually would say like Paris, like being like in Paris.
That'd be lit.
Like France,
in Paris. That's always a good thing.
Like something just real like different, you know.
Okay. Your project Oceans. Why that title? Why Oceans? What made you name it that?
I called it Oceans because like since it being my first album, obviously I got island roots. But for me, like the album has a lot of different sounds to it. So like me and my process, I'm like, ocean is like something that's always, you know, changing or like occurring, like having a process to it. So I feel like a lot of these songs was made during like a 2 to 3 year period. So I'm like, let's come up with a name that kind of messes with the vibe of the album and it would kind of match the tone of what the album sounds. So I said Oceans.
Okay. And what message were you trying to send with this project as a whole? What did you want your fans to take away from after listening to the project?
I would definitely want them to take like, you know, never be afraid to like try different things or like just be able to do different sounds. Like you don't have to stay in one box. You can try to, you know, mess with different things. You never know what the turnout is going to be from them. And just like have fun with it. I mean, just like music is supposed to be a fun thing. So just generally make, you know, I make feel good records. So that's kind of like the music I make.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. I agree with that. You definitely have a good mellow vibe to your music, for sure. What song did you enjoy creating the most off the project?
Song the most, I would say. That's kind of tough because I kind of like all the songs.
Yeah, I know you got a favorite. Everybody's got a favorite.
Yeah.
Everything.
My favorite, I would say a song called "Talk to Me Nice" on my album.
Why is that? What made that song stick out to you? Was it the process? Was it the feedback?
I think it's the process. Like,
okay,
it's more so like the tempo, like just the way the record made me feel when I did it. It was like different kind of vibe than I did any other. It's kind of like a switch up of my other songs that I did. It's a little faster, a little more upbeat.
Upbeat. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you get in the album mode, or even when you're just writing a song, where do you find yourself at mentally? Do you like to be chill? Do you kind of need to sit by yourself and really think about it, or is it something that just comes to you while you're out and about?
Honestly, sometimes like either maybe in the car, or like I'm checking out beats from people that people send me beats and stuff like that. But I would say honestly, like it could be a spur of the moment thing. It could be like a bunch of different things. Most of the time, I say spur in the moment is probably like the best because like sometimes you just get an idea and you got to just maybe write it down or like go to the studio and maybe just mess around, do a verse or hook to it. That way you just got it there. So when you go back to it, it's like, all right, I could find that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay. And would you rather, do you like performing or being in the studio? And why or why not?
I mean, it depends. I feel like I like being in the studio because creating the music is always the fun. To me, that's the most fun thing to do is to create the music and like, see how it sound and like, you just be with your boys or like have somebody else listening to it. I think that's always fun. But performing, that's even more fun because you're getting people to interact with your music. So like that experience of somebody actually like, if they know the lyrics to the song or if they just having fun with it, it's just like make you want to, just even go even harder. When somebody start dancing to music, you're like, all right, I see what's going on.
Okay. And when you're in the studio, do you like to kind of have like maybe a party scene going on outside, like everybody grooving to your music? Mm-hmm. Do you like it to just be you and the engineer?
I'm more of like a solo person, like me and the engineer, because I feel like I could focus a little more, just like me and him. But I mean, if people want to join, if people was to come in and they people that they got a good sound for music, then I would definitely have them just to be like, yo, bro, what you think of this? Like sometimes I send my song or like a snippet to one of my boys, and I'll be like, what y'all think of this record? Do y'all like this one? Is what I mean? Just to get a gauge of where like, you always want your
people's in there.
You know what I'm saying? Like even if they is honest, you still gonna do what you want to do, but you still need somebody to be like, yo, bro, what you think about this song or what you think about that?
Word. And when you're in the studio, do you see yourself? Did you get nervous your first time in the studio? Is it something that like every time you go in there you get a little nervous, or is it just at this point you can just go in there and get the work?
I would say now like it just become a natural thing, so where it's like if it's a beat I like, I zone out and I just find out what I want to do to it. Obviously, certain songs probably take a longer process depending on what kind of record it is, but I would definitely say like I just love being in the studio in general. That's just like just being in there, like getting the vibe. You hear a beat, or you just even if it's just hearing the instrumental, you just get ready to what I'm gonna say to this, like what's on my mind with this one, So.
Okay, so you get you in your mode. You just like being, you feel comfortable in the studio at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, and features. You had a couple features on there. Who would you say did you enjoy working with the most?
Working with the most. That's tough because it's a lot of
It's not saying that you didn't enjoy working with somebody, but okay, or maybe somebody that you could see yourself working with more in the future. You guys maybe hit it off, had good chemistry. Right. Was there somebody that like stuck out to you on the album more than anybody else? Just like you guys maybe connected more.
I would say it's an artist on there called Derek King.
Okay.
He from LA, and we just had a good chemistry on like some of the songs we did. I just like the vibe of, it was just real simple, like working with somebody and it just flow. Like you work on your part, I did my part, and then we kind of just feed back and forth. It was just a very like smooth process. It wasn't like some people you work with them, it's like, yo.
Yeah, it's like I wish you could change this a little, and it's like he might want to change what you're doing a little bit. You guys kind of just seemed just seamlessly. It wasn't a lot of changes that need to be made. Is that what you're saying?
Like it just flowed. Like we was meant to be on the song together.
Okay. And how do you feel about the music scene right now in Philadelphia and where you guys are going right now, and just music in general, like the direction of music? Where do you feel about that? How do you feel about it?
I would say Philly definitely is growing. I mean, we got a lot of different sounds now, so it's like, before it was just more like lyrical rappers. You had your Meeks, you had your like, your Cores and like people like that. But now you got like people like B&B Rock, you got Uzi Vert.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a lot of different people like Pop Hunter. You got different people that's kind of like on that different rage rock pop vibe.
A little bit more melodic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I feel like now it's even just about a sound. Like if you got a sound, like people really like vibe with that. Okay. The lyrics matter, but I feel like the sound, if you get a sound.
Yeah, the lyrics matter, but at the same time, you want to bop. It's kind of like, like for example, I love J. Cole, but there's people that don't listen to J. Cole just because, he just be rapping. Like it's not really a lot of melodic, you know what I'm saying? It's just, look, we're going to put this beat, boom, boom, bap, and then you just going to tell the story. He just real good at telling it, you know what I mean? So I can definitely understand. Then you got somebody like Uzi, that's damn near all melodic. He be saying shit, but it's hard to.
But it just sounds like it's a groove,
Who would you say has influenced you personally and through your music?
Influenced me, I would say like obviously like I like Chris Brown. It's different.
You dance?
I'm not really a dancer, but I mess around. I ain't gonna call myself a dancer. I ain't gonna mess around and say I'm a dancer, but I can't. I mean, I like to move around, have fun. You know what I'm saying? This is energy. Like he got good energy just on him. Whenever he do rap, saying he just got that. Anything we gonna kill it. Like no matter what we gonna do. Okay. So him, I like Big Sean.
How'd you like about that Detroit too? How'd you feel about that?
I thought it was good.
Okay.
I thought it was good.
I just be listening. I fucked with the album heavy, and I think some people have told me that they didn't like it. Some people said they like it. So I was like, if you bring them up, I might as well ask you.
I think he's very underrated as an artist to me because I feel like he has that laid back, chill swag. Like, and so like sometimes when you lay back, people like
kind of take it for granted, kind of almost in a way.
It's like Fab, like Fabulous. Like they all like laid back rappers, but I feel like lyrically they probably say the
craziest
stuff. But it's like they not yelling like a Meek or like a, I'm trying to think of somebody who really yells on records. Like it's a lot of them that like kind of shout a little bit. Like they got that voice, but they just real laid back with it. But they saying like the stuff they saying is probably as great as any rapper.
Yeah, they calm on the track. You know what I'm saying? They calm. What would you say you're most proud of?
Obviously making an album. I would say like having a full project where everybody can, that's always a blessing to have a project out for people like, check out my project, just finishing it like a full down, just mix down everything. It's a process just getting the album done, because a lot of people got singles or EPs, but the album is like, I got an album. So it's like, I think that's cool. What else I would say? I mean, just being recognized, I guess, like starting to get more recognition, like being on blogs, people writing about you, people talking about you, It's like a blessing to have people still be your fans, It's like seeing you kind of like grow as an artist.
Yeah, seeing yourself grow, getting the feedback.
Or like your family, if they seen you, like, they seen you when you first started. Like, people that knew you when you was like, you wasn't even,
you didn't have no songs out.
Yeah, you just having fun rapping. Like, you wasn't even, doing that. So I think
that's good cool. To watch it become full circle. That is good. How long did it take you to record the whole album? How long did it really take you to put it together? I know you said it was a combination of 2 or 3 years at one point. So how long did it take?
I would say 3 years in total.
Okay, damn. Yeah, that's a long time.
Just because, like, the songs were singles. A lot of them were singles, and I kind of waited to see how much each single did, kind of a process. And then just getting everything together to make the track list. And it's a whole, like, it's the first album. So I'm like, all right, I can't just
push it out there. You want it to be good.
And plus, getting people to listen to a bunch of songs, you got to really make sure, like, the songs is hitting. Because, like, if you come out with 18 songs, you can't come out with 18 songs and they, like,
it's hard now, man. It's hard to put out, like, because now everything is about, like, maybe, like, 7 tracks, maybe 10 at the most. So for you to put out 18, that shows confidence in yourself, for real, to be honest. So kudos to you for that, because people don't have attention spans no more. I was even talking to the artist I had in before that. Shout out to G5 Nas. He talked about it. He made his was on like 6 or 7 tracks because people's attention spans don't be too long. You know what I mean? So that's dope that you was able to put out 18 tracks. What's the biggest hurdle that you feel you've had to overcome?
Obviously, just maintaining like where you at. Like just keep building off of like
maintaining a brand.
Because like you can make something and people start liking it. Now you like.
It's like simmering.
Am I going like because sometimes stuff it could get a little slow moment. Like sometimes they waiting for you to drop something new. So like people still listening to the old songs, but you gotta create new ones. People always want to know like what we got going on. Like what's the next step? I feel like that's just fans in general. People they're like where the next song at? This song came out last year. What's going on this year?
Facts. When you find yourself like in a, I know somebody thinks maybe like writer's block, or like maybe when you feel you don't feel as inspired, what do you do to get your energy back? Like put that battery back into your back. What do you usually go to?
I probably would listen to like one of my favorite artists or something, like get kind of vibe out to them, get them, and maybe just, maybe to be with one of my boys or talk to them. Just like kind of try to get my mind right to get, back in that little space where I was,
Okay.
Or may even go somewhere, maybe just go out.
Hey, sometimes vacations are always a good thing.
Just get out the house or something, or just come up with something,
Okay. And what has surprised you the most throughout your journey as an artist?
I would definitely say like the people that's been liking my music. Like I'm surprised by just the different
feedback.
Yeah, like the different people. Like I would never expect like them to respond more so. Not saying I wouldn't, but it's like they actually becoming like people that like actually like the music, or like
you're kind of like your cult following.
Mm-hmm. Now they're like what's what's going on. Like now they actually like monitoring what you're doing. I feel like that's cool.
Okay. Let's see here. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, coronavirus. So coronavirus has been, fucking everybody's plans up for the last about year or so.
Yeah.
Could you talk about how coronavirus has affected you? How maybe not has affected you, helped you? Mm-hmm. How has coronavirus affected you over the last year?
I would say definitely a lot, because it's like it just changes up the way to do things.
Did it hurt you, or did it help you?
I would say it helped me, like, because I had a studio in my house, so now.
Oh, okay, that's dope. Okay.
I didn't really have nothing else to do, but it's like, let's just make some music. You know what I mean? I feel like it gave me more time to really like spend on my music, or like focus on.
Made you lock in.
Yeah.
Kind of forced it.
When you're not out and about, you could actually be in the house where the studio is at, and you could just create stuff. Like.
Okay. And everybody was doing verses. Was that one thing that you was maybe looking into doing? Maybe like you and another artist doing like a versus celebration of music, as they call it sometimes?
I feel like that'd be cool. I've seen some people definitely like local artists or different people doing it. I think that's a dope idea. Like, I mean, if somebody wanted to do it, I'd definitely do it with them just for fun. Like, just to have fun with somebody. Like, I don't even care who wins. It's just about,
Okay.
Have fun with it.
And with your music videos, I think I saw them, I want to say, what was the, let's see. I think it was the My Type video that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
When you're making your music videos, is that coming all from you, or do you get somebody, when it comes to putting the vision on the screen, are you kind of just like, y'all make up the video and I'll just, I'll appear in it? Or do you have kind of a hands-on take on how your videos come out?
For me, like, I get ideas, like maybe from my video director, because the person who shot that video was actually one of my good friends. So doing a video with somebody that's that do videos and like in the industry, and y'all working, is like, all right, bro, what you thinking? What you want to do? Like, we come up with different ideas, and them having a history of doing videos of people, sometimes it's good they direct, like tell you what to do a little bit. But then I could kind of be like, yeah, I ain't really feeling that one. Maybe we could try this. Like it's like getting 2 point of views. And I have some of my boys in the video too. So even getting people like are the models that's in it. Even sometimes the video girls that's in it, they know what they people that know been in videos.
Like. Yeah, they know what they like.
Females that been in videos a lot, you will be surprised how much insight they know about just what they want to do in it, where they want to be at.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Mm-hmm. Switching it up to a different topic, mental health. I always talk about it. I think it's something important that doesn't get talked about a lot. Could you tell me about your definition of mental health and what you do on the day-to-day to keep yourself on the, keep yourself on the up and up?
On the up and up. I would say like definitely like keep myself active. Probably like work out, or just like maybe just move around, keep my body moving. Try not to be like stuck in one spot. Because sometimes when you sit, you just sit around, be lazy, and then you just not, your mental thoughts mess up.
Yeah, but I was looking at your gram. It seems like you always going somewhere, doing something. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty dope. Keep yourself busy.
Yeah, try to stay active.
No, that's good. That's good. Along with coronavirus, the country itself is going through a lot of things, from George Floyd to Donald Trump. Joe Biden just came in for the new presidency. It's a lot of things going on. Getting vaccinated, not getting vaccinated. Mm-hmm. Could you tell me about just your quick thoughts on the state of the country? How you feel? You getting vaccinated?
Yeah, I definitely planning on to.
Okay,
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right.
Consider
hopefully you survive.
Going on. You said what?
I said hopefully you survive.
Yeah, right. Look, man, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. Like it's kind of like just all happening at once. Just so much things was happening in 1 year. It just was like almost like a movie. I would call it a movie. Like last year really was like a movie, you know.
Yeah, everything was
like just
seeming
the
to
stuff
shift.
that probably never happened was just stuff we probably never thought could happen was happening, like just over and over, you know. That's what I would definitely say. I feel like we in good direction in some things, but in others we kind of it's always going to be like, you know,
Word.
certain things you just know it's going to take.
It's always going to be some static. It's going to take some time for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
What's the first place you going when the world open backs up?
First place. I hate to say the bar, but
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I hate to say that, but I definitely miss going out with my friends and just hanging out with them. You know what I mean? Just being in a group space with people, you know.
It's crazy. We really haven't done it for so long.
Like being in a house, it's not the same as just getting fresh air, just being out, just actually like enjoying the, you know.
Being social.
Yeah, man. It's social, but it's like virtual. Let's do a virtual party, or like let's do a let's do a virtual concert.
FaceTime just ain't the same when that's all you can do. It's like it kind of loses its lackluster. So no, I definitely feel you on that. What are your goals for the next 2 or 3 years, just as a person and also as a musical artist?
I might try to get my master's. I think I might try.
Okay, master's in what?
Maybe like business management.
Okay, that's dope.
So
what do you want to do with that? Well, I mean, business management.
I mean, add it to my music, but maybe make a business or like, you know, I was in school for personal trainer, so maybe.
Oh, okay. All right, so you be in the gym for real.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, sure. I be telling people, personal training, it's a lot of money in that. For real.
It is.
For sure. Everybody want to look good. For real.
That's true.
Can you tell me about, for all the young fans that are watching, you know, everybody has role models, and you're probably a role model for people, even if you know it or not. Could you tell them, if you had a message to the youth, what it would be if it was about following your dreams and staying focused?
I would definitely say always keep doing it. Like, don't stop doing it. Because a lot of people I knew, like even older people that I knew that was artists, they might have been 10 times better than me, or like probably, you know, skill-wise, but it's just like the drive to keep trying to like do it. Like, even when you're not getting that support heavy, like just keep, you know what I'm saying, keeping yourself active, just doing it. Because you never know, like you might meet somebody, you might network with somebody. Just because you grinding, they see you grind. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't grinding, like it's purposeless.
It's hard to respect it.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever gonna respect you. You're not gonna put work in it, and you're not gonna try.
Word. And where can all your new fans follow you at, listen to your music?
They can follow me on Instagram, DKirk, DKRK_KV. On Twitter, official DKirk. And that's probably the 2 places they can find me. You can find my music on Apple Music. Just search DKirk KV on all platforms.
Okay. All right, bro. Well, this is Savagetimetv. This is your host, AB Brizzy. Again, this is D. Kirk with us, bro. And thank you for blessing the platform. I appreciate you coming out.
Thank y'all.
This is definitely dope. Check out his new album, Oceans. Like he said, available on Apple Music, Spotify, all music platforms. And this was great. Hopefully we can get back in here again later on down the road.
Definitely.
You know, get out of here. This is Savagetimetv. Peace out.